Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into a filing from Mid-America Apartment Communities. Inc., get ready to see if their real estate game is a slam dunk or a complete miss, because we're about to decode it all for you. And hey, before we get into the nitty gritty, if you like getting clear, no nonsense insights from these corporate documents, make sure you are subscribed. Also, we have a fantastic Discord community linked in the description below where we chat about all things finance and investing. So what we have here is a current report, essentially a snapshot of some significant event happening right now. And the big date here, the 8th of December 2025, tells us this report is coming out right around that time, giving us a glimpse into what is happening with Mid-America Apartment Communities Incorporated, or MAIA as they are known on Wall Street. This is the parent company, Mid-America Apartment Communities Incorporated. They are incorporated in Tennessee, have been around for a while with commission file number 001-12762, and their employer identification number is 62 to 1,543,819. And then we have Mid-America Apartments. LP, this is likely the operating partnership, also based in Tennessee with commission file number 33319002801. And a related employer identification number of 62 to 1,543,816. It is common for these real estate investment trusts, or REITs, to have this sort of structure. Their main office is located at 6815 Poplar Avenue, NU, Suite 500 in Germantown, Tennessee, with the zip code 38,138. You can reach them at 901-682-6600 if you need to. Now, this next part is just a formality, a check the box section to see if this report is also intended to cover other types of communications. In this case, it looks like none of those apply, so we can move past it. When we talk about stocks, we usually look at the common stock, Mid-America Apartment Communities. Incorporated lists its common stock on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol MA. This is how most investors interact with the company. They also have preferred stock, specifically the 8.50% series Cumulative Redeemable Preferred Stock, also traded on the New York Stock Exchange, but with a different ticker symbol. Massachusetts AI preferred stock is a bit different from common stock, often paying a fixed dividend, but with less potential for price appreciation. Here they're indicating whether they are an emerging growth company. They are checking no, meaning they are not using any special extended transition periods for new accounting standards. This tells us they are in full compliance with current US GAAP, which is generally a sign of a more established company. This section, item 7.01, is all about Regulation FD disclosure. Basically, this is where they make important news public so that everyone has a fair shot at the information. They are stating that a presentation, which is Exhibit 99.1 with this report, will be made available to investors starting the 8th of December 2025, after the market closes. This is the core of what this filing is about, and here it is, the key exhibit, Exhibit 99.1. It is an investor presentation titled REITworld 2025 Annual Conference, the 9th of December, -10, 2025. This means Marca is going to be presenting at a major real estate investment trust conference. This presentation likely contains their latest performance updates, strategic outlook, and key financial highlights. When companies present at these conferences, they are usually trying to drum up investor interest and provide clarity on their business. Since the presentation is made available on the 8th of December, ahead of the conference itself, it suggests they want people to digest the information before any potential Q&A during the conference. Exhibit 104 is the cover page interactive data file. This is part of the newer electronic filing system, XBRL, making the data machine readable and easier for analysts and regulators to process. It's standard practice these days for public companies. Alright, so jumping into the actual content of the presentation, which we can infer from the context of these filings, even if we don't have the full presentation document here, we can assume that Marcha is showcasing their portfolio, likely focusing on their apartment communities. Given the date of the conference, it is highly probable they are reporting on their performance throughout 2025 and looking ahead. Think about it from an investor's perspective. When you are looking at an apartment REIT like Marca, you want to know a few key things. First, are their properties well occupied? High occupancy rates mean more rent checks coming in. Second, are rents going up? This translates directly to higher revenue and potentially higher profits. Third, how much are they spending on managing these properties, and are they taking on too much debt? From the filings, we know they are presenting at the REITworld conference. This is a big deal in the real estate investment world. Companies use these conferences to shine a spotlight on their successes and future plans. So we can expect Marca to highlight their strong points. We'd be looking for things like same-store net operating income growth, which is a key measure of performance for REITs. It essentially shows how the revenue from their existing properties is growing after accounting for operating expenses. We'd also want to see their average rent growth and any initiatives they have to improve their communities, making them more attractive to renters and justifying rent increases. Another critical aspect for any MAI investor would be their debt levels. Real estate is capital intensive, and REITs often use leverage. While some debt is good for growth, too much can be a risk, especially in a rising interest rate environment. We'd expect them to reassure investors about their debt management and interest coverage ratios. Given this is a 2025 conference, the presentation would likely reflect performance in 2025 and projections for 2026. They might talk about their geographical diversification, highlighting which markets are performing best and where they see opportunities for growth. Are they expanding into new cities or consolidating in existing strongholds? These are the strategic moves that tell the story of where the company is headed. The fact that they are releasing this presentation a day before the conference on the 8th of December suggests they're being proactive in their investor communication. It allows interested parties to review the material and come prepared with informed questions. This is generally a positive sign of transparency. We can infer that the presentation likely contains optimistic outlooks, highlighting the stability and growth potential of the multifamily housing sector, especially in desirable locations where MAI operates. They probably showed some core financial metrics like funds from operations or FFO, which is a crucial profitability measure for REITs, and perhaps adjusted EBITDA. These numbers would give a clear picture of their operational efficiency and ability to generate cash from their properties. Now, looking at these results more broadly, a company like America Apartment Communities, Incorporated operating in the apartment sector, is typically sensitive to economic conditions, but also benefits from strong demographic trends like population growth and household formation. Their strategy likely involves acquiring, developing, and managing high-quality apartment communities in thriving markets. At a conference like REITworld, they aim to convince investors that their portfolio is robust, their management team is competent, and their future growth prospects are solid. The key takeaway here is that MAI is actively engaging with the investment community, presenting their performance and strategy. The details within that investor presentation, which we can infer from typical REIT disclosures, would be crucial for understanding their current health and future potential. Without the actual presentation, we are piecing together the context from the filing. However, the mere act of presenting at such a prominent conference and making the materials public signals a proactive approach to investor relations. They are likely emphasizing their resilience, their ability to adapt to changing market dynamics, and their continued commitment to delivering value to shareholders. In conclusion, America Apartment Communities Incorporated is showing its face to the investment world at a key industry event. They are using this platform to showcase their business and hopefully attract more investment. While we don't have the full presentation, the filing itself confirms they are sharing this information publicly. Their strategy seems focused on leveraging strong market fundamentals in the multifamily sector. The real test will be in the detailed numbers and forward-looking statements within that investor deck, which would reveal the true strength of their operations and their capacity for sustained growth. So, what are your thoughts on MABA and their approach to investor relations? Do you think this presentation signals strong future performance, or is it just typical corporate messaging? Drop your opinions in the comments below. If you found this breakdown useful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into corporate filings. And don't forget to join our Discord community. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode of Corporate Decoder.